All right, collectors, thanks for joining me today, Sunday, June 9th, 2024, for all the things that matter to me and all the news and all the fun stuff that we got going on this week. Gosh, we've got a ton of stuff to get through as far as, again, you guys know the name of the bread and butter of this show is, military / G.I. Joe / Valaverse, just a ton of that stuff. So we've got a ton to get through this show or this episode, and I hope I can get through it rather quickly. So without further ado, let's just get into it. We've got a little bit of house cleaning. I put up a series on a diorama. Well, the first episode is up. I've been working hard this weekend to finish up the larger pieces of modular terrain to kind of enclose that diorama and give it a more realistic view. But like I said, I'm kind of using some of my a lot of you don't know, or all of you probably don't know, that I was quite a prolific painter back in my Warhammer days. And what goes along with Warhammer is actually making little dioramas for your figures. And so I'm kind of taking that and translating that into 1/12 scale, and I'm kind of going to show you, how to do that. Now, I used to do them very, very, very quick, and not very, very quick, but very, very detailed, and it took a long time to do those. I'm not trying to get that detailed into these. We could, but I'm not. And so check those out. I've just done one. Hopefully I can release another one here in the next day or two for the larger modular terrain set, and how I'm going to lay down some of the base of the terrain. I think you guys are going to dig it. So that's for the diorama stuff. I know a lot of you guys like taking pictures in a diorama setting, or maybe setting that up in your display. Who knows? Use it as you see fit. Use that knowledge as you see fit. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is, hey, stay tuned for the haul, because I've got some really interesting pickup that I got this weekend. I was kind of shocked by it, kind of surprised. Anyways, let's get into the news. Let's get into G.I. Joe stuff. Holy moly. What? So much Joe stuff. I mean, it exploded. Number one, but here's the thing. You guys know this is G.I. Joe channel, and I love G.I. Joe Classified. I also love my Valaverse. I also love military things around that as well, and X-Men. But bread and butter is G.I. Joe and military stuff. But I have to be honest. A lot of releases came out, but I'm not super excited by it. I have to say, I'm not super excited by it. So let's just get into what we do have, right? And I'm gonna give you my thought process as to why I'm not super excited. Now, there are a few that are incredible, amazing. I love them, and there are some that are like, meh. All right, let's just get started. Number one, we had that Yo Joe June stream that happened in the middle of the freaking day. That it's still annoying to me. Why don't you just do it when most of us are around, that collect this stuff? I'm betting that 80% of the people that buy your G.I. Joe Classified stuff are adults that have full-grown adults that have a full-on job that aren't off until like after 5. Hasbro, just put the live stream on then, please. Come on, don't be silly. Anyways, first thing we're going to talk about was the Saw Viper. We just got a rendering. It looks good. They've actually put a saw on the Saw Viper. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen that before. I mean, that's happened with Gears of War. Gears of War was kind of, it is a cool game and stuff. And he had a saw underneath it instead of a gun, instead of a knife or a bayonet. I mean, okay, whatever. That's, interesting. The figure looks pretty good. But I don't know. I'm not super excited for it, but I'm not like overly excited for it. I mean, I'll still pick up a couple, one to rock, one to stock. I'm not going to army build this guy. You guys know I'm a completist for the G.I. Joe Classified series, as ridiculous as some of it is. So anyways, but this particular render sent me back through my nostalgia right into overdrive, because it's one of my favorite. To this day, I still have them. Almost minty, but still I played with them. Dial Tone. Dial Tone was one of my favorite figures. Is one of my favorite figures. So wow, I can't believe we're actually getting a classified dial tone. I really love it. This is the guy. This is the one that I've been wanting for a while now. When I do my review of dial tone, I'll definitely bring in my vintage dial tone so you guys can check that out and kind of compare the two. We'll go through it together. I love dial tone. I don't know why more loving thrown at this particular figure. I really liked you know, the whole thing about him. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. The other kind of reveal we got was they're redoing Stalker. Who? Again, it's fantasy. I get it, but nobody puts camo on the beret. Hasbro. Oh, I don't know how to explain. The berets are different colors because they symbolize different disciplines or different specialties, right? So you have the green berets, you have the Ranger beret, you have an airborne beret, and they're all a specific solid color. They're not multicolored. And then you have the Flash, and the Flash either designates a unit or rank. But, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, I'm still going to pick this up. I think it's a cool figure, but I really don't. The huge screw up here was that beret. That's just, what are you doing? Stop. Stop. All right. Next one we got, I'm going to buy about 25 of these. The new Cobra Trooper. So you guys be ready with that clicky finger because I'm getting like 25 of these doggone things. I'm not going to be caught flat-footed again, not being able to find these Cobra soldiers anywhere. Yeah, definitely want this guy. I'll be picking up a bunch of them, so way to go. Cobra Commander with the vac metal on his face. Love it. And again, like I predicted, the Cobra symbol is the regular symbol, not the Mickey Mouse symbol. So loving this one. I'm probably going to get a couple or 2 or 3 just to have some Cobra Commanders laying around in each little diorama that I have or studio that I have. So I'm excited about that. That is cool. Very cool. Footloose. I don't remember owning this figure, but I do remember people talking about it. So cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Now let's get to the main line. And here is where the disappointment begins. And it's okay. Look, it's okay to have different feelings about this. It's okay to criticize. It's okay to provide accolades. But I believe that a company needs to hear those things because without feedback, you know, we might end up with, you know, craziness in the line that just, you know, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's a fictional series anyways, but I think they need to hear it. I think constructive criticism is necessary for anything to improve. So number one, here we have Storm Shadow. We have the Crimson Bats, or not the Crimson Bats, the Iron Grenadier Bats, which is Destro's guys, and the Iron Grenadiers, and then Alpine. The figure that I'm most excited about in this line is Alpine, because I had Alpine and you know, I'm digging it. I'm very disappointed. I mean, I think what they're trying to do is, hey, do we have some, there are plenty of other figures out there, or you know, sci-fi, the Dreadnoks, they can keep making some Dreadnoks. There are just so many other figures that they could have done to make more money, literally. But I don't know who decided to do these. Was it because, I don't remember clamoring for the Iron Grenadiers, but maybe a lot of people were, and that's okay. Maybe they have better data research than I do. I know it was asked for, but I don't know if it was asked for as much as some of the other figures that they have. So I'm kind of disappointed in the Iron Grenadiers. I just bought one of each. I'm just going to leave them in the package and put them on the wall. I'm not super excited about that. I bought one Storm Shadow because I'm not even excited about that T pattern on him. I don't even know what that is. I'm probably going to, I might buy 2 and I'll get some goof off and just scrub off the T's off his uniform to see what it looks like then. I don't know. But yeah, Alpine is the only one. So here's a shot of Storm Shadow. So ho-hum. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't do anything for me. Like I said, maybe if I take off those T's off of him, I don't even know what that, I mean, the old version, the vintage version had that, but Here's a cool picture of Alpine. I'm digging this Alpine figure. I like it. I'm excited about it. I bought 3 of these just to have an extra on hand because it might customize them or whatnot. But I really like this figure. And again, I'm voting with my wallet. I bought one of these, and I bought one of these just for, I bought the Iron Grenadier just for completion's sake. And then I bought Iron Grenadier Bat just for completion's sake. I guarantee those 2 Iron Grenadiers will be on clearance, if not at freaking Ross. I'm happy for everybody that wanted them, but they're going to end up at Ross. So that's just my 2 cents. All right. Moving on. And I'm actually more excited about this version of the Sergeant Slaughter Marauder than I am about the other ones that came out. And he's a re-release. The reason I'm excited about it is because that dumb bag. I want that dumb bag that he's got, the itty bitty ditty bag or whatever that everybody's talking about. Plus, Sergeant Slaughter's got tons of hands. He's got tons of hands. So those are always good to swap out with different Joes and stuff. So I'm going to pick up a few of these. So I'm excited about that. I'm not so excited about these 2. I might get a couple of these 2. But these, Spirit in this uniform, meh. Low Light in this uniform, meh. But then again, hey, maybe some of you guys are looking forward to the Marauders. I'm happy for you if this is what you like. But for me, I'm not excited about those. What I was excited about was, of course, the Stinger, the Cobra Stinger that came out. I'm excited about that one. I can't wait to get it in hand. I probably will get 2 or 3 of these. So yeah, I love the variations of the Vamp, and then I'm sure GridIron will also be doing some upgrades to it as well. So anyways, all right, moving on. Here's what also came out this week, and this is a huge deal because they will be, I'm in DFW. There's a show in the next couple of weeks here that's coming out where our Valaverse or Action Force team will be showing up. They have an exclusive figure to give away, or not to give away, you got to buy it. They're at DFW Joe Fest, so I'm, I don't know if I'm even pronouncing that right. It's the one in Grapevine. And I'll put a link of it in the description of the video so you guys can take a look at it. What was it, Friday or Thursday? One of those days, Series 5 was up for pre-order. It's still up for pre-order now that you guys can get it. This whole line is exciting. I mean, for me, my favorites of this whole series right here is definitely Colonel Siege. Looking forward to it. Super excited about it. There was a tiny snafu on the file card name, but they fixed that. So now we know Marines are Marines and soldiers are soldiers. So that got squared away pretty quickly. So great. But yeah, this figure I'm looking forward to. I really like it. I really like the design and everything. Here's a closer look at the render for it. All the double holsters there for the weapons. I'm looking forward to all of that. I dig it. I really like it. We also have Sidewinder. Looking forward to this figure as well. Picked it up. The one that I'm really excited about also is the Praetorian, Crimson Shadow. I picked up a few of these. So, and I'll probably pick up a few more well, I can't because it's the pre-order. They're not open. They don't release until September. Gosh. All right. Well, anyways, I'm excited to get these in hand. Here's a closer look at the rendering. I'll dig. Look at this thing. This is a cool looking bat. It's not a bat. It's a Praetorian. It's a Praetorian. I really dig it. I really like this android looking thing. It just looks like a cool, like sci-fi ninja android, and I'm all over it. I dig it. Really excited about it. Now we also had the Recon Corps. Great, trooper action fodder you can just throw on in there. So I'm excited about that. I picked up a few of those. Let's see what else jumped around on me there. And I also picked up a couple of atlases, the larger figure body. Excited about that. You can always use, you know, and I like that the colors aren't crazy, right? He's got a black t-shirt with blue jeans. You know, usually, yeah, you're not going to run out there with neon colors. So I dig it. I know some people like the neon greens and the outlandish, wacky looking stuff. But sometimes, you know, I like it where it makes sense. And, you know, that's why sometimes I like Valaverse a little more. But yeah, I love it's okay to love both lines. Nobody have a coronary over it. But anyways, yeah, you know, sometimes I don't like outlandish done too outlandishly, if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense. Anyways, the Recon gear pack looks fantastic. I'll be ordering a few of these, so very cool. And so does the weapons pack India. That looks very cool. The flamethrower, man. Who doesn't need a flamethrower, I guess. Oh, now we're gonna take, I posted this on Instagram and I posted this on my, on YouTube. When this initially came out from Fans Hobby, of course, we're talking the Skyhawk. When this initially came out, I thought to myself, there is no way that this thing is going to cost less than $100. No way. This is just not happening. Well, then pricing and pre-ordering got announced and it was $80. Now so number one, awesome. It's a 1/12 scale figure for less than $100. And it's produced by a very niche company that, you know, it's a kind of almost a custom, right? Because they don't do it in mass quantities like Hasbro. They don't order by the millions. They just have, you know, they just produce a few, kind of like ramen toys. They just, you know, produce a few, right? But here's where kind of the catch is, right? A lot of people are having a lot of heartburn about the $54 shipping. That's where a lot of people are stuck on, and they just refuse to do it. If you really take it into consideration, the $130-ish that this is going to cost altogether, I'm willing to buy one just to check it out and just to have it in my collection. I am more than sure Hasbro's going to do a version of this. More than sure. And I remember I said I'd like it done in a more new way, in a more, you know, updated way. But man, I can't turn this down for 130 something. I just can't. And then it has electronics in it. It has light up features. And I've heard lots of good things about Fans Hobby. November 2024 is when it's set to release. I bought one. So I got to eat a little crow on that. Hopefully it looks great. I'll do a review on it and we'll go from there. All right. What else do we have? Trying to move on as quickly as I can because that's so much news today. GridIron put out this autocannon for the, so if you don't want a guy to be mounted on top of the turret there, I don't know how I feel about the hiss one. I don't think I'm going to go for the hiss, because in my mind, I've always had, I mean, this is an option if you want to use it, but you can swap that out and put an autocannon up there. But I'd rather have a Cobra guy up there with some weapon systems. So this is a cool, you know, maybe this is an option or a variation of the hiss tank, which is really, really interesting. I like it. But then this is the one that I really like. And again, you guys know that I'm crazy about the vamp stuff. And so here's a vamp upgrade with the autocannon. Now the autocannon, these are much stronger or more powerful rounds that this is going to put down range. So I dig it. It's, you know, it's kind of an upgrade to it, I guess, if you want. I really like it. I already purchased one. And again, if you're going to buy GridIron stuff, usually the early bird pricing is the best pricing. Sometimes they have sales, but those are later on in the year if they happen to have any. So if you want it cheaper, then buy it then. As I said, GridIron stuff is always an option. None of it's mandatory. So it's always good to have options out there. Yeah, I know it's expensive, but you know, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy any of this. All of this is optional. So anyways, it's out there if you want it. The other thing that came out that was pretty neat was this Crimson Shadow from Monkey Fiction stuff. I like it, but I only like a few of the characters. And I'll tell you which ones I picked up. Wolfsbane, I picked him up because he, you know, Destro. He looks a lot like that guy. So I picked him up. I picked up a couple of those. I picked one of these up and Count Iron Moon. It looks pretty cool. So I picked him up. And then we also picked up Major Noir. Now, with him, I'm a little bit cautious of. And the reason for that is because he's traffic coned. You see that long coat? If that thing is hard plastic, then that's gonna tick me off. But anyways, I thought if anything at all, he looks like a bad guy, and I need a bad guy leading troops as well. So I'm like, whatever. All right, I'll pick him up. I'm excited about the other figures though. When are we gonna get our other stuff, Monkey Fiction? That stuff's been on pre-order for a long time. Hit me up with it. Let's go. Let's get that other zombies and vampires and stuff moving. I want to see them already. I want to go. Excited. And I just, again, this is I guess a combination of Monkey Fiction and GridIron putting stuff together. So I'm excited about that. And Big Bad Toy Store, I guess, is an exclusive seller. So exciting. All right, let's move on to McFarlane news. What we have here is the Batman, I think it's Forever. I don't know. What line is this? Yeah, it's the Batman Forever line. So, I don't know if I'm buying any of these. I mean, it's okay. Well, here's Batman. I think this is George Clooney, I believe. So, there he is. We got a few Batmans already. Here's, Robin. I think it's Chris O'Donnell, something like that. I don't know. Nah, it's all right. And then here's Jim Carrey. Looks okay. Looks all right. If anything, I might pick him up just because he's ridiculous looking. So, I think it's Tommy Lee Jones, who's Two-Face here. And I don't know. I'll have to see him in person. Now, you put them all together and you get the giant bat. It's not Man Bat. I was corrected. It's not Man Bat. It's just a giant bat. Anybody want to build a giant bat? I don't know. It seems goofy to me, but whatever. All right. The other thing that came, and I'm more excited about this one than the whole Batman line, is Sergeant Rock. I used to read those comic books when I was a kid and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with me joining the military, but I used to read these comic books all the time, but I'm excited about it. I don't know if it comes with weapons or not, but if it doesn't come with weapons, I have a ton of weapons from those weapon packs that McFarlane makes that I'm sure Sergeant Rock could use. So there it is. Very cool. I will be picking this figure up as soon as it goes up for pre-order, so very nice. San Diego Comic-Con, NECA convention exclusive. Is the Prey Predator, but this time with no blood. This time just kind of translucenty. You know, he's going into his camo. He's like mid-camo transition. So, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to trip myself over that. So, what is very cool, though, is so I believe this is Final Fight, right? Am I right? Yeah. So, this is Final Fight. These are the 3 figures that we're getting for Final Fight, and it's for the 3 characters. I adored Final Fight as a kid. I think it's from 52 Toys, $34 each, all 3 of the figures. Oh, it's going to be hard to say no to these. So, more than likely, I'm going to be picking these up. So, you know me, I love my Street Fighter. I love my side-scrolling, like, beat 'em up type games. So, anyways. As you can see, many times you've seen Street Fighter here, and here. So, anyways, the other thing that I saw is this very interesting, and this is from 5K Toys. I saw this. It's called, I think it's from 5K Toys. Algar, the Last Scion. Just looks crazy cool. Man, that guy looks awesome. Kind of demonish with the robe looking dude. I don't know if it's from a video game or what, but I like it. I really like this figure. Scary looking dude. All right, and I guess we'd be a little remiss if we didn't talk about some other stuff that was kind of big news that came out. The HasLab for Hasbro more than likely will be a 1/18 scale Ecto 1. There you go, 1/18 scale Ecto 1. And it's going to be for these figures right here for the 1/18 scale O-ring Ghostbusters. I like Ghostbusters, but I don't know if I'd go in on a HasLab for it. I have the old 1/12 scale Ghostbusters, and I'm good with that. I don't need anything more than that. So the other thing that we've got is Revoltech. Again, Revoltech is a very interesting kind of way of moving their figures. I know some of you guys like these, and the Deadpool movie's coming out, so kind of showing you what they're offering. So you've got you know, the classic red Deadpool, and then I think this is the alternate version. He's part of that other team. What was that? I forgot what the other team was, but you know, you have the gray one as well. So 85 bucks, about April of 2025, and here's all of the little accessories that he gets. I love that they give you so many head sculpts. That's pretty neat. I dig it. And all the hands that they give you. That's very nice. What else do we have? We have Star Wars exclusives, Mandalorians. Not bad. I might or might not pick these up. You got Mandalorian Shriek-Hawk, $25, Target exclusive. Not bad. And then you have a 2-pack for $45 at Walmart. You have, who is it? Shriek-Hawk and Trainers? I don't know. I'm not super excited about it. I just think it's neat. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up. I'm being very, very, very picky about my Star Wars stuff lately. As you guys know, I only picked up so far lately. And you guys are going to see what I got in the haul. Anyways, you'll see what I got in the haul, and we'll talk more about that then. What was also announced, I don't know if this is going to fund. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know how many vintage level collectors there still are. I mean, I was a vintage level, but for specific figures and for specific vehicles. This is a diorama or a play set. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to fund. Maybe. I don't even know if they've opened it yet, but it's interesting. It's basically the cantina. Here it is. Here's the base picture of what you get, I believe. $400 for the base, which is what you see here. 8,000 backers. It's funded, and that's what you get, or 17,000 all tiers are funded. And here's if you pick the deluxe version, you get this much more. So you get this, and then this much more if you get the deluxe. And then also, if all tiers are funded, you get these two figures here, these two female figures, and the bartender guy as well, if all the tiers fund. So anyways, that was the news for this week. I'm sure I missed a few things. If I skipped some stuff out, let me know in the comments. And you know, I've been meaning to do this for a long, long time, and people have been sending me in some pictures of some of their work, and I don't know if they want me to put it in the show or not, or in the episode, but if you send me a picture of some of your custom work, I guess at the end of the show, what I'll do is I'll just kind of have a slideshow of everybody's work that was sent to me that day. Now, or that week. This is just a new part of the show because I thought you know, this is fun to me, bringing some of the customs that you guys do, right? So if you've already sent me some stuff and you want me to show it at the end of the show, you know, we'll put up like a little slideshow for about a minute, maybe not a minute, however long it goes. You know, put up some pictures of some of the customs that you guys do out there. So that's news, because that's neato stuff that you guys do. And we're all about, you know, sharing ideas and inspiring each other to new levels of creativity. So, you know, hit me up on Instagram, send me a few pictures that you want me to put up for that week. And if you've already sent me some, just bring them to the top of my pile and just say, hey, could you display these for me? Just to kind of let people know what I've been working on. I'll be glad to do that for you guys. You know, I'll put it at the end of the show, and you guys can stay tuned and watch that if you like. There's been some amazing work sent to me. And a few times I've asked for the recipe of how they did it, right? So anyways, hey, you know what? Let's get to the haul. All right, guys, let's start off with some of the deals. Now, initially, when Russ asked me if I needed some of these, I was like, nah, I don't collect them and I missed them. because they were too expensive, and they're, you know, they just weren't priced correctly, I thought, by our favorite Super 7 company. But then, of course, we always start out with the deals. But then when I saw them in person, there were a few that I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get them because why not? I mean, they're like this much. Yes, this is the correct price. You know, I would have even actually gone up to $8.99 at retail for these, because the articulation is junk. So you would not, to me, you don't take these out of package. These are just for retro nostalgia and just looking at them, right? Because what action pose can you get out of this? I mean, this is not good, but the whole package is nice, right? The presentation of it and everything. Then this is to keep on card. So I got Junkyard. I got this version of Snake Eyes. I mean, the cards look amazing. I found them and the cards looked amazing. This version of Snake Eyes as well. And then I also got, I mean, for $4, these things, Red Laser. I got him for $4. I mean, you cannot beat that. That's just a great, I mean, it's just great. That's a good deal for $4. All right. The other thing that I found at Ross, and I found these at Burlington the first time around, and those exploded. And I know some people had found them even before then. I mean, initially, I think they were going for $25, $30 when they came out at retail. But this thing has so many pieces that you could use in your diorama. Those containers, the weapons rack stuff you could put in there. Some of the weapons and stuff that you could use, the shield that's in the background, these canisters that can be like secret, you know, ampules, or, you know, secret sauce, or whatever the heck canisters that you need to. So I picked this up. It was only $7. $7. You get all this. So you can, and then I'm going to take these two and put it in my toy box that my niece and nephews play with, so they can tear those apart. I don't even care. Now here's the controversial pickup. Everybody get serious for a minute. Here's the controversial pickup. Now, I rarely do this because I'm not willing to roll the dice on some of this stuff. But for this particular figure, I found it for a measly $27. And I'm going to show you why it's measly. $27 on AliExpress. Now, again, you roll the dice on AliExpress. You don't know what you're going to get. You know, you could get trash. You could get a bag of trash sent to you. You don't know. And I've actually experienced where someone not just sent me actual trash, but the figure that they sent me just fell apart in my hands. So, but anyways, I saw this and I was like, you know what? I need a specific part from this specific toy. And for $27, he comes with weapons and he comes with a bag just like that. So I picked this up on AliExpress. This is how it arrived as well. In a bubble wrapper, and look at the box. The box is almost pristine. I was like, did these guys actually send me a real one? I was shocked because, I mean, the figure, hold on, watch this. This is not a review or anything, but the figure looks great. I actually took him out and one of his joints, this arm is a little tough to move. So one of his joints is a little tight, but wow, maybe somebody got sick of their collection. I don't know, but holy moly. Oh, and what I was looking for was the duffel bag, and he comes with his duffel bag back here because I want to put that duffel bag in the back of the Ramen Racer. Also, do you guys know what one of these goes for on the aftermarket, like an original one? It's insane. It goes for insanity. That's what it goes for. All right, let's talk about something else that I don't usually share on the channel, but I thought it was awesome. And it is because my youngest sometimes comes with us and she finds stuff at stores, and she found this for her. And then I was like, hey, I want one, because now what's happening is that some of our tastes in pop culture mix. And I think it's because of a they've been heavily influenced by me. And so I picked up this shirt, which I really dig. Look at that. You know, it reminds you of that Hulk cover where Wolverine has the, what is it? The Hulk. I mean, Wolverine has the Hulk on the, you know what I'm talking about, that cover. So I really dig this one. And with the Deadpool movie coming out, that's going to be awesome. And I also picked up this one because it made me laugh. And I was just cracking up. So it's out there. This shirt is out there. You don't have to look hard for it. So I just thought this one was hilarious. So I had to pick that one up as well. So I'll be wearing these. It'll be fun. Always, I got to thin out my t-shirt stuff too. Anyways, what else did we get? Oh yeah. If you haven't done so already, this is my third one of these. Now, every one of these that I've gotten at a huge discount, like right around 50 bucks. This is a steal for 50 bucks. Her buck is amazing. And these two figures are great. There is nothing, and they come with an array of weapons. I mean, this is a huge, huge deal. Hasbro, when you screw up Hasbro, I'm going to tell you. But when you hit it out the ballpark, this thing is way out of the ballpark. This is a huge value to me. And I got it again for right around 54 bucks or something like that, I know. So here's what kind of ticks me off. I went to Entertainment Earth with all their specials and their toy tuber percents off. And literally, I had to spend over $100 to get this thing sent to me. Over $100 for this on Entertainment Earth? You're out of your... Big Bad Toy Store could have done it cheaper. What's wrong with you, Entertainment Earth? You're out of your doggone mind. Charging 20, 30 bucks for shipping? And then, no, but you got to spend, you know, an additional 79. If you get to 79, then it's free shipping. It was just ridiculous. You know what? I do buy some things from Entertainment Earth, but the shipping that they put on this was absolutely bonkers. Anyways, moving on. I'm done complaining about Entertainment Earth. Anyways, I also picked this up. Oh, and I didn't have to pay shipping for this because GameStop had already gotten there. Anyway, that's how I got it. That's how I got it cheaper. What I also picked up, and you guys saw my hunting video, is Warduke. I love this variation of him. I didn't pick up the Stoneheart version because I didn't like him, but Warduke, man, he's the scary guy. I like that version of him. Oh, what I also found for me and my buddy, good friend of the channel, Art G, I was not expecting to find this when I got him. And somebody cracked me up because it said, because you got all the red Chun-Li's in DFW, there was only 2. You got punished by all the blue Superman. We sent them all to you. So anyways, oh, well, I already said what I got, which was a red Chun-Li. Art, your Chun-Li is in the mail. So it'll be headed to you, or it's already headed to you. I dropped it off yesterday, so. All right, what else did we get? And we got street dated for this guy, but then I just went back and picked him up. I can't believe that. What if I was an inbox collector? Nah, this one I want to pop out. I'm going to pop him out. We're going to let him breathe. And, you know, I wanted that version. Well, I just wanted to check it out. I think it looks cool. So we're going to check it out. One of the best things that I picked up this week, though, very excited, did not expect to find this, is going to go great with the Batmobile. Boom. Or the Bat Tumbler is Bane. Bane with his little coat on. I love it. The soft goods. Now I feel like a dope for having put that other one together. I think I already said that, but anyways, got that. And the last 2 things that I picked up, I'm being very selective now on what I pick up from this series, and I'm actually trailing off quite a bit from them. I don't know, it's just been disappointing lately, but I mean, to each his own. If you still like it, great. If you don't, great. I mean, it's all about personal choice, right? But I do, I always wanted one in this scale, but we never got one until now. So I wanted a Droideka. I remember when I first saw these and they were fighting Jedi, and I was like, whoa, these guys can take on a Jedi and make them run? I want one. So I got a Droideka, and I also got a Phase 1 Clone Trooper. So excited about that. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, that was the haul for this week. That was the news for this week. So much stuff. I hope I didn't go over 30 minutes. I probably did. I hope you had fun. I hope you were informed. I hope you were entertained. And if you're still around for this video, why not like and subscribe? Maybe even hang around for that diorama I'm going to complete this in the next few days. So we'll still be doing customs. We'll still be doing reviews. But again, this isn't my job. This is something that I do as a hobby, as something fun. I think a lot of times there's a misunderstanding that some of us that do this for a job, and I think the vast majority of us do not. We simply do this for the love of the hobby. That's it. I only know of like 1 or 2 people who actually do this for a job. Maybe like Pixel Dan and Shartimus Prime. That's it. Everybody else just does it for the love of the hobby. So anyways, guys, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, all that jive. And as always, if you're doing this hobby and you got a frown on your face, you're doing it wrong. So as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.